Fuck you guys, number one. Number two.
I would really have to sell it.
What?
You just scared me. I was like, this motherfucker just drugged me. 2 spinning back kicks to your dick?
Dude.
That's too many. That's 2 over the limit for me.
I mean,
Oh my God.
Been a pretty solid week.
Yep.
Yeah. Can't complain.
Yeah, I've been attacking jiu-jitsu like a monster. So I'd be like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, teach class. Like,
I'm just trying not to get fat, man.
no,
It's my goal in life.
that's it. So you want a donut?
No, I saw you tried to.
Two
you tried
donuts?
to- you tried to-
Two
I
donuts?
think we got more selection next door. We got the rest of the
You're
box.
good,
Just
man.
didn't like it.
You're good. You're
Get
good.
the box.
Okay.
Eddie, get the box.
No, my only thing is Boston cream. That's my.
We happen to have 3 Boston
Oh,
cream
well, you
snacks.
can keep them over there.
No, I'm not going to tell you how the filling got in there, but
Oh yeah. Well, you're not from Boston.
they're
so-
not. They're not from Boston.
So I know it wasn't you guys. So thank you. If it was a San Juan cream,
San Juan
filling,
cream.
then I would be a little skeptical.
Yeah,
but
I'd
I don't
say.
think I have to worry about that today.
It's a hard pass.
Hard pass.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Eddie, start it up.
Jesus.
Welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host, Nelson.
I'm Ian.
Ed.
We're all here today.
Yep.
We are.
Sunday.
No
Definitely-
guests.
Definitely feeling the effects of the week today. I will say, I woke up today a bit tired. We did some King of the Hill training,
Oh yeah.
no gi on Thursday, and it was a nice round robin, but it's funny because I feel like when you get so tired and so
Yeah.
gassed to a point at King of the Hill, right? I'm like five matches, I won, and then going into the 6th one, and I'm like, I could die here. I could totally give in to any person right now with any amount of pressure, just like finger on chest, and I'm gonna roll over and be like, "You win,"
Yeah.
But it's fun, and I think when you do that shouldn't be done all the time. But when you do those things, and you get really tired, you find out what your go-to is. Like you really find out what your survival skills will be like under duress.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like yesterday when the heat index was really high. Like of
Oh,
course.
it's been silly.
Oh yeah. Well, like the people were messaging me like, oh my God, it's a heat index. Like South Florida, you guys all right down there? And then I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Go for a run. And I was out there running. Like about halfway through my run, I was like, this is a bad fucking idea. Like my heart is doing weird things right now.
Yes, it is.
It was I think it was a 103 heat index.
Yep.
About 1 o'clock after we did jujitsu.
That was right when I was doing my run.
I was out back in the shed working out, and yeah, it was getting a little toasty. Even with a big 36-inch industrial fan moving air, you're like, whoo!
You're just moving hot air, right? It's like moving like a hot air
You're moving
balloon.
you're moving the hot air from point A to point B.
It's like this really isn't helping.
I went for my run and then I was like, oh, what should I do now? I was like, oh, fuck it, let's go to the gym. So I went to the gym. I ended up doing like 6 rounds of boxing plus abs. So I was like, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
I feel good.
I think what people do now, like those Home Depot fans,
Yeah.
where they have like a cooling system where
the
it's just
fan.
basically ice
Yeah.
Yep.
sitting in the back and it blows that
Yeah, it's
cool air
it's just
for you.
it's a swamp cooler.
Yeah.
Essentially.
So that works out nicely too.
Yeah.
No, but speaking of fighting, we had a pretty exciting fight last night.
We did. It was this whole week, I knew this fight was coming.
Yeah.
And like me, I'm a huge boxing nerd. So the historical significance of it was huge. Like Tyson Fury last night fought Alexander Usyk from the Ukraine. And it was the first time in 25 years that there was going to be a unified heavyweight champion. Not since Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
Remember him? Remember
Nice.
that fucking guy?
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Exactly. So it was Lennox Lewis was the last guy that was undisputed, lineal, had all the belts. When he retired and the Klitschko brothers got the belt, we knew we'd never see it again.
Yeah.
They took it back to Europe and they were brothers, and one brother had 1, one brother had 3, and they said, we're never going to fight each other. So
Right.
everybody just said, fuck, we're
yeah.
never going to see the belts unified ever again.
Yeah.
And that's just what happened. Those two sat on top of the hill, said, we're never going to fight each other, and that was it.
Yeah.
And last night, they fought. It was an amazing fight, and I agree with the decision. The first lineal unified heavyweight champion in 25 years is Alexander Usyk.
So he's from the Ukraine.
Yes.
So do you think that there was like some of that added pressure, like, hey, my countrymen have been like
We need to
fighting
win.
at war.
We need to win.
Need this
Someone's
victory.
got to
Like,
come home with something.
Absolutely.
Like he wore that weight on his back,
you could
right?
see in his eyes, it was. I've never seen Tyson Fury like that uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But from the stare down, Alexander looked like a psychopath. He looked like a man with one single mission.
He was possessed.
Oh my God! Fury backed up the entire fight.
Yeah.
The entire fight, he was circling and he was outside. He made the big man back. You got to think, he's given up 6 inches in height, 7 inches in reach, 60 pounds in weight.
They look like two separate weight classes when they
He
stood
was.
next to each other.
It looks like it should be like an exhibition fight because the size difference between them.
If you look at like Usyk's record, Usyk has over 300 amateur fights.
Yeah.
300. He's an Olympic gold medalist.
Right.
He was the unanimous unified cruiserweight champion, a weight division below. And he legitimately like came up and fought the biggest heavyweight that there is.
Fucking people, man.
Nelson's casting spells.
I'm trying to. Sorry, I was waving. There was people coming to the door as Ian is talking.
I thought you had just watched a Harry Potter marathon. I was like, what is he doing?
Ian is. I'm trying not to disturb Ian's very thoughtful commentary. And I've got people at the door like, can I come in? And I'm like waving them off and like, but still, no, I need to come in. I'm like, no.
We're recording.
Go the fuck away. Get the fuck out of here.
I thought he was over here like, Wingardium Leviosa. Expecto Patronum.
I'm going to have to get one of those like,
I was like, damn, bro.
On-air signs on my door.
Yeah.
One of the
or just
problems.
get like a shock cage on the door so you can just electrify the handle. Just shocks the shit out of whoever grabs the handle.
But it's like the door is closed. You know what we're doing.
You see 3 people in here on a couch, headsets,
talking.
microphones.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
laughing.
It's a glass door. You can see
a glass
inside.
door.
Oh yeah,
It's not,
oh yeah. I could see the reflection in this door, and I'm like, oh shit. I see a pair of legs, and I see spells going on to my right. Something's going down.
It looked awfully ominous. I'm like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
It was a fantastic heavyweight fight. I mean, if you haven't, it'll be online if you guys need to see it.
Yep.
I'm sure it's been uploaded in 100
Yeah.
places now.
Yeah.
Specifically, round 9, it was the most danger I've seen Fury in, maybe ever. Because even though Deontay Wilder knocked him down, he got up and he won the round.
Yeah.
I honestly think with 20 more seconds, that fight would have been over. It would have been over right there in round 9.
Do you think that because of his stamina in the past, as far as being able to fight the way that he did, that's why the referees give him a bit more leeway? Because looking at round 9, he looked like he was staggering, stumbling from rope to rope, and then he also looked like he was out.
Yeah, he looked terrible. I mean, Fury, the one thing you can never question with him is his heart and his will.
Right.
Coming back from addiction, coming back from depression, suicide attempt, I mean, and doing what he did and being still where he is, you can't break that man.
Yeah.
I mean, he fought the whole fight.
Yeah.
And the thing is, as of right now, we have to say that the best heavyweight of our generation, of our time, is Alexander Usyk, which is nuts considering he's probably the best cruiserweight of our time too.
That's awesome.
So, and an Olympic gold medalist. I mean, I don't know what else the man can do. He's a heavyweight, but you have to at least consider his name in the pound-for-pound rankings, which is nuts.
He looked like he was throwing fucking bombs.
He was. And the thing that scared me was his pressure.
Yeah.
He constantly came forward, working the body. He never stopped punching.
I think
He
there
even ate some big shots, too.
I think there is a method to that madness, right? He is the smaller man, so he's thinking like, out the gate, I have to put so much pressure on him. Big man starts doubting his skills to push forward on me.
Yeah.
If I'm inside of his strike range where he has to back up to get a good hit, he's backing up into my strike range.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
Yes.
the 6-inch reach.
Fury
you're
spent
saying?
7.
So
Yeah, Fury spent a lot of time in the corner.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, his footwork.
Eating.
Usyk's footwork's amazing. Just cutting off the ring, putting him in there. I was like, dude, the only thing that there's an asterisk here is there's a rematch clause. With all these big fights nowadays, they put a rematch clause in. So Fury can actually fight him again. I think the talks were October.
the question is,
can he readjust?
Yeah, does Fury think he has a different approach?
Yeah, that's 5 months.
Yeah.
That's like,
So he
that's
wants
really
to
not
he wants to go home.
Time.
He said he wants to go home, talk to his family, talk to his team, readjust, and see where they go. I think Fury will fight him again.
Yeah.
I honestly think Fury will fight him again.
I mean, the payday would be huge.
Yes.
So it'd be silly not to.
I
just for
like
the
that.
payday alone.
That being said, I like Usyk's chances to readjust better than Fury's.
Right.
I think Usyk's mind, his boxing IQ is higher, and I think if now that he's fought Tyson, I think he'll formulate a better plan. I honestly think Usyk beats him worse next time.
Now,
that's my opinion.
After Fury, who is there?
Anthony
to challenge
Joshua.
him?
The only problem is Anthony Joshua has already fought Usyk twice and lost twice.
So essentially, there's nowhere for him to go.
There's nowhere. I mean, Usyk could fight Wilder. Usyk beats Wilder 10 times on a Sunday.
You know what I say? Fucking throw Conor McGregor in there.
Come on. Well, no, somebody said that too. Somebody said it's only a matter of time until Jake Paul calls out Usyk. I mean, I was like, come on, guys. Like,
That would be a massacre. It would be an onslaught. After
can you imagine
Fury,
can you imagine a world where like Jake Paul catches Usyk and knocks him out?
God.
Gets the one lucky.
The amount of shit, and Jake Paul becomes the unified lineal heavyweight champion of the world.
God. And he walks out to the ring with the Pokemon card chain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it. You retire. Like, I'm never fighting again. I'm done.
I wouldn't.
Done.
I would be like, I'm the best that's ever did it. I proved it, and I'm done. Like,
So let me ask you this, because I've listened to some other podcasts, some other fighting podcasts about, since we're talking about the Paul and Tyson. Right?
Yep.
And they say that when you look at these videos, people are saying, man, Mike Tyson looks fantastic in these warm-up videos, these training videos. He looks
these
like a real
specially shot
killer.
fucking
That's
training videos.
exactly what I was going to get
Yeah.
at. Like, it's very deceptive to an untrained eye.
If we put together, if Ed with his technological expertise and I held the camera and we had you hitting mitts and we fucking moved the camera enough and I reacted enough with the pad, we could make you like a fucking world beater. I mean, they'd be like,
wait a
God
second.
damn, this fucking Nelson Roasted guy.
Hold on a
Look at his
second.
hand.
I mean, it'll take a lot of work. It'll be a lot of work.
Hold
But
on.
I mean, it would take a lot of work on being an
it can be
Ed.
done. It can be done.
It can be done. It can be done.
Fuck you guys, number one. Number two.
I would really have to sell it.
What makes you say that I'm not a world beater right
I'm just
now?
saying. We can, you know,
What?
take your shirt off.
All right, fine. Fuck it.
But I'm just saying.
You're
Listen,
going to have to pay me extra to take this shirt off.
We will.
All right, okay,
It's in
yes,
the funds.
listen.
It's in the funds. But I'm just saying. I think those are training videos.
Right.
And
exactly. And
Tyson is over 50.
right.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure, but is he almost 60?
Yeah.
I mean, Christ, like, what are we talking about here?
It's a
Like,
huge factor. Like, look, I'm not a professional fighter by any means. I'm a recreational jiu-jitsu person, and
this is sparkling water, and you just scared me. I was like, this motherfucker just drugged me. I was like, my lips are gonna go numb.
it's delicious. It's delicious.
It is good. It's good. You're drinking it too, so I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
panicking.
Here,
Unless
here.
you have like a Rufalin, like
You
resistant.
ever see a Princess Bride where like I'm used to all the
Yeah.
poison that I serve?
Oh, fuck. I'd be so mad if I
They're
passed.
both
If I passed
poison.
out on air, I didn't consent to this. Then
It's
call
not. It's
call
not,
for help.
It's not consent to this that you have to worry about. It's consent to what happens next.
Oh, thanks. My leg's starting to go numb. Fuck.
It's like you wake up, my butt hurts. Yeah, you fell down some stairs. You live in a one-story house.
Did I land just on my asshole? Like how did I fall? How did I land? What is this?
We tried to catch you, bro.
Oh, thanks.
Several times.
What'd you catch me at? What'd you catch me with?
See those bombs that Usyk was throwing? It's kind of sort of like that.
Oh, yeah. Pelvis bombs.
Pelvic bombs.
Pelvic bomb thrust. But no, I was arguing with somebody the other night about this, and like he was trying to discredit like the whole thing. He's like, Tyson's gonna kill him. I'm like, dude, fair. 1980s, 1990s, Mike Tyson would kill him. Yes.
Yeah.
60-year-old Mike Tyson that just wants to grow weed and make money for his family.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jake's legit. Like
He is.
Jake went the distance with Tyson Fury's little brother Tommy. He went the distance. It was a close decision. Tommy won, but it was close. Jake Paul KO'd Tyron Woodley, one of the best welterweights of all time in the UFC. He beat Anderson Silva in a legit boxing match.
Yeah.
Who's only in his early 40s.
Yeah.
And who had been fighting recently.
Yeah.
He beat Nate Diaz.
That
Everyone
is-
talks all this shit about Diaz's boxing.
Yeah.
Jake
Yeah.
Paul beat the shit out of Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
This Mike Tyson could very well lose this fight.
And
And we
here's the
could live in
thing.
a world where Jake Paul has a win over
And
Mike Tyson.
we have seen him just continually get better and better because he does take it so very seriously.
He lives in Puerto Rico, and from what they say coming out of that camp, he spars with world champions regularly, and he's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have
So
to believe it.
You
And
have to give him credit where credit is due. And the fact of Mike Tyson's age has to
play a factor.
play a huge factor.
He's not what he used to be. There's a reason that they make testosterone supplements. There's a reason that old men are taking them to get better because you decline.
Yep.
He's past the prime period, well past
I
it.
think they dropped the rounds to 2-minute rounds, right?
Probably.
Now, who do you think that favors more? The young lion who could go super hard for
It favors
2-minute
Tyson.
rounds?
It favors Tyson, but still, the whole thing favors Paul.
Yeah.
He's younger. He's more active. I mean, I watched the Tyson-Roy Jones exhibition they had a couple years ago.
Yep.
Tyson won,
Yeah.
and he looked better than Roy, and I think he carried Roy, but that's old Roy.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
I think Jake Paul would beat Roy.
I agree. I agree.
It's sad to say.
It is a weird thing to say, like, oh yeah,
out loud. I know it hurt to say.
The guy
it.
that would have beat the world is
Yes.
now. It's so far
Listen,
gone.
the guy who I think in his prime, Roy Jones Jr., may have been one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter of all time.
You never seen, outside of Anderson Silva, somebody dance around motherfucker in a ring the way
he threw a 10-punch left hook only combo.
Jesus Christ.
Left hook against James fucking Toney. Fuck. One of the best defensive fighters ever. We'll never see that again.
No.
Roy Jones Jr., when he was in his prime, it was executions.
Yeah.
That's another guy that held cruiserweight and heavyweight champion.
There is
Another
one
guy.
person that I think can move around the ring like that too. Nelson Rosa.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
We're gonna make a video.
Let's
We're
get
gonna
that
release,
video going.
We're gonna release a training video.
You know
of
what?
Nelson Rosa.
We should do it where like we go to like
Camera shake every time he hits the fence.
like a senior citizen's home, right? And then we get them to get in the ring with me.
I'm not gonna make a video of you fucking up geriatrics. That's not gonna happen.
Come on, man.
That's not gonna happen.
I'll look lightning fast.
You will. And we will go to prison, not jail.
Wait a
Federal
second. Hold
fucking
on.
prison.
Hold on, this Logan, right? It's Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is the older
Logan
brother.
Paul can beat up geriatric men and go to prison, and I can't.
I mean, I don't
Is
know.
this not a double standard? Is it because I'm brown?
Well-
is it because I'm brown?
It could be. It's
Okay, all right.
It's a
Well,
big
all
part of
right.
life.
Okay, all right,
I mean,
that
I don't
makes
know.
sense.
But whoever passed, I mean, the Texas State Athletic Commission gave Mike Tyson a license.
Yeah.
And that's the
I mean,
big asterisk here.
For his age,
Money
when
speaks.
the way he moves,
Does.
you know,
It's in Cowboy Stadium.
It's not like he moves like an old man
doesn't.
of the age that he is. He does move very well.
Because he was a fucking phenomenal athlete, but that still means
I mean,
he moves very
there's
well for his age.
There's a lot of people that
Yeah.
consider Tyson one of the greatest heavyweights ever. They do. I mean, there's people that argue 1 and 2. I don't think. I mean, me personally, I don't think Mike Tyson. I'm going to catch a lot of shit for saying this. I don't think Mike Tyson's top 5. I just don't. I don't, and I think he's a victim of 1, his trainer dying, and 2, he fought in a weak era. And the reason I say that is, I'll ask you two guys, as just casual fans, name a great fighter that Mike Tyson beat. Name a great fighter that Mike Tyson beat.
Right. His girlfriend?
Probably. I mean,
It's fucked up.
but people can't say it.
People can't say
People
it.
can't even name one great fighter he beat.
Buster Douglas.
Buster Douglas beat him.
Yeah, he
in
lost.
Tokyo.
But then he beat Buster too, though.
I don't think so. I don't think there was a rematch.
I
Hold on a
don't.
second.
You know,
Double check.
yeah,
Double
yeah.
check. But even if he did beat Buster Douglas, who the fuck is Buster Douglas?
I mean, he's got a name Buster in there. That's-
Yeah.
That-
Mike Tyson is a victim of his era. It's
that's
not his fault. But
that's interesting. Yeah, because
the two greatest fighters that he fought in his era, both of these fighters who I think are better than Mike Tyson, were Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis. And both of them beat the shit out of Mike Tyson.
yeah, so he
Plain and
fought
simple.
Marvis Frazier, Larry Holmes,
Right?
Michael Spinks.
Larry Holmes, I'll give it. He beat Larry and he beat Spinks.
Kevin
They're
McBride,
decent. Kevin McBride, eh.
Francis Botha,
Francis the White Buffalo Botha, yeah, but still.
Lennox Lewis.
Who won that fight?
He did.
Yeah.
Henry Tillman, Frank Bruno,
Frank Bruno?
Donovan Rudock. I don't know.
Who won the
I don't-
Bruno fight? Did Tyson win the Bruno fight? Because Bruno was a really good English fighter.
Yeah, see, the problem is that's a list with where more of the names I don't know
Right.
than that I do know.
Yeah, you'd have to dig into the annals of boxing to find out who these people are. But I know Frank
I believe
Bruno
he
was-
did win.
He beat Bruno?
Yeah,
Okay,
he beat
that's
Bruno.
that's a legit win because Bruno was a great English fighter.
Buster Mathis Jr., that's Buster Douglas, and Evander Holyfield. Those were his.
And
There's
he
a couple
lost.
other names in there.
He lost.
that
He
I
got
don't
so
know who the fuck
frustrated.
they
He
are.
threw out the headbutt clause, but he got so frustrated by how bad Holyfield was beating him that he bit his fucking ear off. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what people remember. But
Now,
Holyfield
do you-
was beating that ass. up
Okay,
until he
now
bit him.
when you watch that fight again too, Evander Holyfield was fighting dirty as fuck.
No, he did.
He was fighting dirty as fuck.
His nickname was the real deal.
Yeah, he was-
That's what he was.
bro, he was chopping some headbutts in there.
Oh, yeah. Also,
eye
Holyfield-
pokes. He did a couple of groin shots.
Holyfield was on a lot of steroids.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to watch how tough Holyfield was, first of all, he's a 5-time
Yeah.
heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Also, he fought fucking Foreman and went punch for punch with Foreman.
But let me ask you something.
You
When
don't
you're-
do that.
When you're
That's
fighting
not a good
another
strategy.
huge grown man, professional boxer, how many groin shots, eye gouges, and headbutts do you take before you bite them?
I don't know. I'll just headbutt him back.
Bro, he was in his shit. He
I know.
really was. And I think it's easy for people to forget it because of the grotesqueness and the weirdness of somebody getting bit in a boxing ring.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't just a little bite either. He chunked his ass.
He
And
did.
he did it twice.
because he was sick of his shit. Bro, I'm watching the fight. I'm like, that's like the third groin shot. I'd be fucking pissed too, man. Get the fuck out of here.
I
don't
had
know, man.
seen
Imagine
a,
Evander Holyfield punching you in the nuts just
Probably-
once.
It would suck really bad.
Just once.
Really
Just
bad.
once.
It would suck really bad.
I seen a clip of a MMA fight,
Your nuts would explode.
and the guy took a spinning back kick right to the groin.
Oh.
I mean, he dropped. You know, they gave the break. They gave, whatever. They stood him back up. And literally, the next kick, another huge spinning back kick right to the dick again. And the dude,
I think I know what you're talking about.
he
It
didn't,
was,
he didn't get up the second one.
Oh my
He didn't
God.
get up. And
it was like something Daniels. Right?
Something out of the Karate Kid.
No,
He was like he's a legit. He fought with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He's a legit world class
they
karate
basically
fighter.
had to carry the fucking guy out. Like,
I mean, 2 spinning back kicks to your dick.
Dude.
That's too many. That's 2 over the limit for me.
I mean,
They call
Oh
that
my God.
Are those kicks dick twisters?
I believe he gave him testicular torsion off the second one.
Jesus
Oh,
God.
man.
Which,
God.
yeah.
I think it's
he
Raymond
didn't,
Daniels.
He didn't get up. He didn't get up off the second one.
I think it's Raymond Daniels. That's who
I'd be
did it.
fucking pissed.
Like, oh.
I remember hearing about it because I was like, oh my God.
Now,
Yeah.
okay, so now,
they were ready for the second one. Slow mo cam and all. The dudes on the outside with the cameras are like, let's be
They're
over
ready,
here. And
yeah.
oh my God. I mean, solid. Like, not even like side leg into the groin. No. Straight, just dick the whole
okay,
kick.
so let me ask you now, in a court of law, right? If you can present the facts and show a video of you getting spin kicked in the dick twice, if I met this man at a later date in a, I don't know, Costco parking lot with a bat, right? And I beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
I should get away with that, right? There should be a law that
I don't know.
protects me from spinning dick guy.
But yeah, there's definitely a video that's uploaded to Reddit that says spinning roundhouse kick to the cock 10 out of 10. It was definitely Raymond Daniels. So yeah, that's who it was. Shout out to Raymond Daniels. That's
I
pretty
mean,
dirty.
if you presented that to a jury of your peers,
You'll get some leniency.
you would get some leniency.
I mean, I can't condone your aggravated assault and murder, but I can understand where it came
Okay,
from. It's
all
not
right.
like it was unjustified
What if you
murder.
pulled
Like,
your pants down and your dick was just like bent in half?
Well,
in a really
testicular
weird
torsion
way?
sucks. Like
Okay.
I have the unfortunate thing of working in the OR for a living, and it's like I see that, and I'm like, oh, I sympathize with everybody. Like,
Oh.
I'm like, you come in with your nuts in a knot, I'm like, oh Jesus.
Oh, my God.
I just start getting nauseous thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm a little nauseous right now.
It's bad. It's bad. And then I have to watch them fix it. I'm like, oh fuck, it's so bad.
Speaking of crazy, evil, dark, demented, we were watching some trailer to Berserk.
Oh yeah. There's a Berserk anime, a new one, The Black
Nice.
Swordsman, that's going to be released summer 2025.
Yes.
I guess the fans finally got tired of the shitty anime adaptations of the manga.
Yes.
And they were like, we need to actually do something good. So a fan project turned actual well-produced studio thing is going on right now. So
That's amazing,
oh,
as
God.
it should.
We are now watching
Oh
a man.
no, I don't
We
really
are watching
need
a
to
man.
see-
So
crawl.
that was kick one. Kick one. He's on the ground. He is crawling.
I mean,
Yeah.
he hit him so clean the first one. He's
Oh, man.
crawling.
Oh, he's mad.
That man is in pain.
He's mad.
That man is in severe.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
see
a
this.
lot.
Let's see
Hold on,
this.
slow.
So he's backing
motion.
up. He's backing up. Spin kick.
Oh,
right in the dinger.
And it's
Oh.
a solid first one. It's not like kinda.
Bro,
no.
he
Oh my
went
God.
aerial.
Oh.
He left.
Yes.
That's
he left
Raymond
the
Daniels,
ground.
bro. He's one of the
Yeah.
best
He left the ground.
kickboxers. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my
But he
God.
gets up. He's a fighter. He gets up.
How?
He goes
He doesn't
back
look like he's
in.
gonna get. When does
Wait.
he get up? It doesn't look good.
He does.
Damn.
Hang on. He does. Don't worry.
I could go bake a cake and come
How?
back, and he'd still be on the
Or is
ground.
that just the second one? Because
I don't know. This
It might be
man.
the second one. He looks done.
he's-
How much
He looks
time's left?
done.
How much time's
Yeah,
left
he's
in the
done
vid-
skis,
No,
bro.
how much time's
He's
left
not
in the
getting
video?
up.
Oh, they're not
He's not
showing
getting
both
up.
in
It's
this
over.
one.
It's over.
Oh.
You don't need to see both. You don't need one was enough for me visually. So 2 for this man. Okay, so at this point,
That's horrible.
did that guy say that he did it on purpose?
I mean, 2 in a row.
2 in a row from a professional kickboxer?
Okay, to be fair, to be
I mean, he apologizes while he's on the ground.
I'm sure he does.
Because he doesn't get up.
I'm sure he
he's on the
does.
ground, so they declare the fight, and then he's like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry." While he's still on the ground.
How worthless is your fucking apology when you leave the air and spin kick me in the dick twice?
Listen,
It is worth
to be
zero.
fair, I imagine out of all the strikes you could throw, a spinning kick is probably one of the harder ones to aim. But still, the dick is not the biggest target, depending on who you're aiming at. So
What was his intention?
to hit it twice.
Not the head. It wasn't the head.
It was not the head.
It was not the
No.
neck.
It was the dick.
It was the dick.
Why do you do 2 of them with that much precision?
Yeah, from a
I'm
guy
sorry.
like Raymond Daniels. That's it.
Bro,
That's
did
too
he
many.
yell bullseye twice? He's been
Or he just yells the Mortal Kombat thing. Right in the dick.
He yelled
my
dick
God.
twister. Boom. Like,
Speaking of dick twister, my little brother this weekend, actually yesterday, got his black belt.
God damn,
Got
bro.
his black belt.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Shay
Absolutely.
Banks.
Well
He-
done.
He received his black belt up in York, Pennsylvania at Zero BJJ from his professor Michael Oberdick, who's a friend of mine.
That is amazing,
I
man.
remember
Congratulations.
training with those guys back in the day under Daniel Beliza de Andrade from Brazil. And it's a long time coming. It's people are like, oh, don't you feel weird? Your brother got a black belt. No, he deserves it. He deserves it. He put his time in, what he went through with his neck and everything.
for him,
I'm real
man.
proud of him. I mean, I can
Yeah.
still kick his ass. I'll
Yeah.
say that on air. I may be a purple belt, but I can still kick his ass.
Just going for the neck.
I'll still
Just
whoop that
going
ass.
for the neck.
I'm cranking that neck so fucking hard.
I mean, let the man have his moment.
He has his moment.
Christ.
He had his moment. They had a cookout. He had the family.
That was
you
the
think
equivalent-
You're special? You think you're special because the family got together, huh?
That was the equivalent
FaceTime me when you're getting your black belt. I see what you did.
of a verbal spinning dick kick.
To be fair. That being said, I love you. Well done.
Yeah, man.
done.
Congratulations. You deserve it, man. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
It's
We'll talk about it when we have you.
it's a hard pressed achievement to get to.
yeah.
I
There's
mean-
more doctors in the world than there's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts.
People don't understand the long journey to black belt, that they don't do it. And that's whether you're a recreational or competitive or you're a professional. It's
Life happens.
Life happens, like injuries happen, and
I mean, how long we been at this shit?
the mental fortitude to come back.
I feel like I at least have known you guys for over 10 years
Yeah.
of training.
Yeah, easily.
At least you guys got brown belts.
Bro, I'm going
It's-
into
I completely forgot about it until I found out you got your brown belt, and then I forgot that Ed had his brown belt. And then on air, I found out again that I'm the only purple belt on the couch. I was like, fuck, I suck.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, if you got back into it for like 2 weeks, you would probably be presented with a brown belt.
I doubt it. But
Bro, no, you have
would be a
legitimate
doo-doo
skills
belt.
in there.
it'd be a darker shade of brown than everybody else's. Here's your doo-doo belt, Ian. 20 years of nothing.
Yeah, it would definitely be a doo-doo belt.
Definitely doo-doo belt.
They're like, hey, Ian, can you go outside? And they just like throw it at you
I
driving
know.
by in the car.
And it would be like I would compete, but like I would only be able to compete against the handicapped because like I'm doo-doo belt division.
Do you miss it?
Yeah, I do. And it's like whenever like I feel like I get compelled to do shit after I see shit. Like for instance, I knew the heavyweight fight was yesterday, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a run in the heat index.
Yeah.
Then I'm done. I'm like, I'm gonna go do 6 rounds of boxing and core, and then I'm like fucking literally drenched in sweat. I must have lost 8 pounds yesterday, and then like I'm like,
Not
all
in
right.
your head.
Well, no,
All right,
no,
the
my head's still
the
big
head
as
seems
fuck.
to be getting bigger.
And then I watch Shay compete, so I'm like, I watch Shay get his black belt. I'm like, oh, I want to train again.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. Monday will come
It's
up
time.
sore.
It's not only that. Like you
I just
you
wanna go
work,
home.
You work long hours, and then you train.
But
a lot.
everybody does. There's
Yeah.
single moms that take care of their kids, and they fucking go to jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have no excuse.
Yeah.
None.
No, I agree. I was trying to give you one. I was
Thank
trying to
you.
give you an out. I'm your boy. You
Dude,
know what I mean?
I
But-
appreciate that. I saw what you're trying to do. It's like when I was in nursing school. Like I would be tired and I'm working and I'm just got to study for a test. There's some fucking mom somewhere, a single mom who's working 40 plus hours a week, and she's got 3 screaming asshole kids in the house
Yeah.
while she's trying to study. I am at least studying with my girlfriend, reading a book or watching Bridgerton.
Right. Oh,
Which, by the way, the new season is
which
out.
is worse
Lucky.
actually. If you ask
She's
me.
lucky you.
She's been
watching
trying to watch it.
Bridgerton?
I said, not on my fucking TV, not on my time. You figure something out.
That's right.
She's probably watching it right now while we record this.
Probably. Like every time you go to take a shit in the bathroom, she's like 10 minutes of Bridgerton.
Oh, yeah. And it used to piss me off because like I inadvertently watched that show.
Yeah.
And it was because I was studying, and like either my roommates or my girlfriend would have it on in the background,
And you get
and
sucked in.
I would fucking somehow know about the relationship.
Yeah, you get sucked in, bro.
Yeah, and I liked it. I'm like, this is weird. It's a time period piece, but like it's like there's all kinds of ethnic diversity
Yes,
throughout
yes.
the kingdom.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like it's the Black Queen of England.
Right.
There's all kinds of weird shit going
Right,
on.
it's just unrealistic, but yeah.
Very unrealistic.
Especially of the time
But-
period, because like when you watch shows that like people go back in time, I'm like, I'm Puerto Rican. If I went back in time, I would be subject to the most racism.
Oh yeah.
I would be murdered.
What's great
There
is
would be no plot. They would
watch
be like, the fuck you doing?
It's funny when it's obvious placement. Like it's
Yeah.
like if they obviously had to hit their like whatever their quota
Their
for
DEI.
Yes, they
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to because like in Vikings Valhalla there was like a black Jarl.
Yes, yeah. You're like,
Like they pull up the Kattegat and like the Jarl is a black woman. I was like, oh fucking
Like,
get
nah,
the fuck
no,
out of
no.
here.
Speaking
Like all these
of,
bearded fuckers are just gonna be like, oh yeah, it's cool.
have you
Oh, yeah,
seen
it's
they're
your
doing
leader. Yeah.
Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed in Japan?
Queen Latifah is.
Can you guess?
Oh, they're black. I saw black ninjas. I saw.
Yeah.
I saw
Afro
a trailer.
Samurai? Afro Samurai?
Whatever,
They're
let it
doing
happen.
they're doing the
Let it
story
happen.
of the one black samurai. So he is
Okay.
the person. So he's one of the two characters you play. But
So,
everyone,
but at least it's historically factual.
yes, which is what they've always done. But everyone is still like, hey guys, fuck you.
Yeah.
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 Because there's a lot of people
I mean-
that don't know the story.
Yes.
And they're just like, we're tired of all this shit. It's
Yes.
in Japan.
as long
We
as
want a
it's-
Japanese character.
As long as it's not a historical piece, whatever. Have fun with it. Like
Yeah.
Well, they've always done that with Assassin's Creed. They use,
I mean, they did it with Lord of the Rings now, and I'm completely fine
Yeah.
with it. You know why? Just
Yes.
because that black elf lady or that black dwarf lady
yeah.
was my favorite fucking
Yeah.
favorite.
She's fucking great.
Watching her sing in the hall, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's my character. That's my fucking character right there. I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah, because Assassin's
It's
Creed.
better. It's either that or nutsack forehead Elrond. I mean,
They've,
what the fuck? I mean, fuck that. I will never forgive them for that.
They've always twisted
Nutsack.
history a little bit, so they've used actual real life characters, and then you're working around them
Yeah.
within that world. So it's not uncommon for them to do.
They still do period pieces. Like if you watch Shogun,
Yeah.
it's all Japanese people and one white guy. That's
Yes.
fine. That's cool. Whatever.
But again, historically factual.
it has
yes,
to
as
be.
well.
Like
Yeah.
you know, they can't just throw in Jaimon Hansu anywhere.
Yeah.
Although he's a great actor and I'm fine with him anywhere.
Yeah.
But you know,
So I was watching this thing on YouTube, and they're like, the Predator, when they brought back the whole Predator fighting like Native American
Prey. Yeah, that movie.
Indians,
Yeah.
Prey, right? Now they want one set in feudal Japan
Fine, that'd be cool.
with
That's
the
interesting.
main swordsman from Shogun.
Okay.
He's also like the number one like Japanese swordsman
didn't he
in
already?
every. in any-
Hiroyuki Sanada. Didn't he already fight the Predator in that movie Predators, where they were in a space with
Oh.
Adrian Brody?
Possibly,
It
possibly,
might have
but
been him.
I think they wanted to set. I'll have to look it up. Predators.
I'm cool with that because I call bullshit on Prey. And Prey was an okay movie. I watched it from start to finish. You have a Predator that fought an entire Special Forces team.
Yep.
Arnold, Apollo Creed, all them fucking guys. Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
Murdered them all in the jungle. Murdered
Yes.
them all.
Yeah.
You had a Predator that fought the gangs of LA in the future.
Yeah, it's
and
like
Danny
it's all,
Glover.
it's all like 6'5", 300-pound bodybuilders. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Guns.
And the Predator was bigger than them. That's
Yes.
a big. That's a big guy.
In the movie Prey, the Predator fist fights and kills a grizzly bear. And you have it taken down by a tiny Apache woman?
With a slingshot, basically.
Basically.
Yeah.
So
I call bullshit.
Hanzo was it was a different actor. It was this guy who fought him.
Oh, never mind. Never
Yes, yes, with the sword. So they
mind. Great scene, by the way. He killed the Predator and he died in the process.
Listen,
Great scene.
that is how you do it, though, right? You know, like, okay, that makes a little more sense than still like young Apache girl with a dog from nowhere and a slingshot taking on one of the most advanced beings
The Yautja, an
to
alien
ever
that
kill
hunts things for a living.
Yes, and she's like, she could barely kill a house cat, right?
Right, she almost
falling
died
off of
fighting a
tree.
mountain lion. But she's going to kill a Predator.
It would have been more impressive if she killed the mountain lion, like right off the bat. You're like, okay,
Well, that's your only chance. That's how, if they do it in Japan, I kind of like the chances better because it's skill versus skill. Because
Yeah.
what happens is the Predator likes to challenge itself.
correct.
So what it would do is if it saw a samurai with a fucking sword, it might say,
Blades.
and do what it did with Arnold. Take off its its weaponry and all that and just fight with its claws.
Right, and
Yeah.
go blitz.
And that's the chance the samurai has.
yes.
Because, I mean, if the Predator wanted, your ass is done. If it doesn't
Yeah.
want to fight, it always wants to fight you on level footing
Yes.
for some reason.
So if you could mix any movie genre to go against the Predator, what would you like to see? And I'll start to give you guys some time to think. I would definitely love to see like Predator versus Jedi. But more specifically like a Sith, like Darth Maul versus Predator.
I don't think this Predator would understand what the Force is. And I think that Predator gets fucked
He
up.
could probably need
not-
it with some kind of technology.
You're not
though.
wrong, but then he could lean. Yeah, he'll lean into technology because that's what Mandalorians were. They
Yes.
built technology to fight the Jedi.
Yes, and so
Yeah.
instead of having the Force, they had ropes that they could pull somebody
And
in.
Yeah.
You know what I
jetpacks
mean?
and
Like
whatnot,
jetpacks
yes.
to fly.
The Predator's got some weapons, but I don't know, man. I got to go Sith.
Sith versus
I gotta
Jedi,
go
right? I would go Sith too. but
Darth Maul?
It would be a fucking fight, bro.
Darth Maul is going to rip the Predator's skull off. Like,
especially like Darth Maul would probably start with one, and as soon as the Predator starts getting fancy with his tech, he's like, ping.
You can't even
two,
shoot
bitch.
There's no way, even with his shoulder cannon, that he's going to hit Darth Maul.
Yeah.
but
Darth
it
Maul's
would-
going to be deflected.
It would be a good fucking fight.
He
What-
crushed the Predator's armor, his head armor. He crushed his head inside his helmet. I'm sorry, I gotta go Sith.
Yeah, man. Sith
Me
all
personally,
day.
I'd like to see like a Predator go back to like 900s Denmark and fight like a Viking, like the best
like a
berserker.
berserker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like the captain of the Yams Vikings. Or
Okay,
something.
so then are we
like,
talking?
So see
the
that-
legitimate? Like braided hair, tattooed face, like the greatest warrior in all of Scandinavia.
That
I
makes
would-
me
I would
think.
love it.
That makes
Like
me
a
think like
Rolo.
a Mongolian
He takes his-
army would
he
be
takes his
interesting as
shirt
well.
off.
Mongols, yes, but you're talking like Rolo versus Predator.
I'm talking like he takes his fucking fur off and like they're meeting on an icy tundra by a fjord, and the Predator looks at him. He looks and they just double hands on the sword. And
Okay,
it's just,
so you know you got to have like a bowl of mushrooms in the middle. So they have
Eats
like
a handful.
They have like a sit down. They both go hump, and go.
So the Predator eats the mushrooms with his giant crab pussy mouth.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. I think they
Okay.
both have to be high.
Oh, yeah.
Off of the mushrooms.
What if
It's
the Predator has a bad
ceremonial
reaction?
thing.
Starts ripping his dreads out.
I like that one.
I like that.
Eddie, you're saying
I was
Mongols.
thinking Mongols, but I don't know if there's
So it
like,
takes place on the steppe.
yeah, but I don't know if they're famous for their individual warriors or it was more their army in
was
general.
more-
And
Like,
they're,
they just
they're horseback
Yes, I was going to
prowess.
say they're
Yes.
horseback and archery. That's what that would be.
Well, the Mongols were a pain in the ass because of their mobility.
Yes.
I mean, they have a massive army, and
Yeah.
they're able to get from here to here before you can get any reinforcements.
so it
and
could
you don't
be,
have to go historical. You could go superhero. You could go John Wick versus Predator. You know what I mean? Like you
That's
could,
not a bad one because the John Wick, I feel like
I think
he
I
keep
give,
coming.
I think you give it to John Wick.
Well, let's put it this way. Here's the question, and here's the big asterisk in the room, the elephant in the room. Does the Predator kill his dog?
Ooh,
Oh,
well that's
he
why
has to. He has to.
that's why he
If,
gets him.
if the Predator kills his dog,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Predator.
And
I apologize.
And you got to put the Predator in a 3-piece suit. So it's Predator in a 3-piece suit versus John Wick in a 3-piece
Who's
suit.
the tailor?
You can't have. It doesn't matter.
How the
You
fuck-
find a tailor.
That's a
You
big
find
guy.
a tailor.
That's a big guy.
It is, but it has
I
to
guess
be
they
fair.
Hafthor Bjornsson's been in a suit. So
Yes, it has to be
they
fair.
can make them for anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Brian Shaw's been in a
Listen,
suit.
if they're making suits for The Rock, they can make a suit for the Predator.
Oh, by the way, The Rock, speaking of The Rock, he's actually in MMA camp right now. He's filming the movie The Smashing Machine,
Yep.
Nice.
where he plays MMA pioneer and pride fighter, and actually he was in a couple UFC events, Mark Kerr,
Nice.
The Smashing Machine.
Okay, I can
and
see
he
that.
looks good.
Yep.
I mean, his kicks were pretty gay, but I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not going to say...
Yeah.
But he looks
doesn't
good.
seem like he has the stature for kicking.
No.
No,
Oh.
he's built like Mark Kerr was.
Yeah.
If you guys Google Mark Kerr, he was juiced to the gills too. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have similar builds. You know?
Okay, all right, I can see that. So Moana's going into MOA.
Yeah,
MMA.
MMA. Yeah. So when that hits theaters, The Smashing Machine, I think I'm gonna check that one out. I liked Mark Kerr. So
What? There was another trailer that I'm forgetting that we had seen that we wanted to discuss that was out there. Oh, the Francis Ford Coppola movie,
Oh,
Megapolis.
okay, is that
It's-
that was a
looking
weird
like-
trailer though?
It's looking like an Inception kind of a vibe to it.
I was thinking like an artificial reality kind
Yeah.
of
And it also
deal.
looks
Francis
very,
Ford Coppola, good
very
lord.
uninteresting to me.
He made The Godfather.
Yeah, but he's saying like he doesn't want to stream it. It's gonna be in the movie theaters. Back in the day, we did DVDs. Like he's one of these guys who's still falling on this sort of like.
But he's not
I
like
don't
that Martin Scorsese. Like I make movies that are way too fucking long and they're not
Right.
as good as what's coming
Yeah.
out
This
anyway.
is true.
Yeah.
This is true. But I'm
'Cause I
don't know. I'm uninterested in
The trailer was weird
theme.
as shit. It was Adam Driver screaming at the sky
Yes.
Yeah.
on the edge of a building, and I was like, I don't like this.
Then like time pauses and he
Pause.
comes back.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
me
the
neither.
longer
Not my
trailers
cup of-
just as weird. You got
not my cup of
statues-
sparkling water.
Statues moving, and there's just, it almost looks like glitches in reality happening. Is
Yeah.
what it looks like in the trailer.
Well, I got behind Scorsese when he was like, "Oh, we got to make films again. Like,
Yeah.
we can't do this Marvel shit." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, fair. Make some films." So he made The Irishman. I was like, "Too long. Not a bad movie, but
It was 17 hours.
Yeah.
I don't think it was long enough.
You know, tell your friend, hey, you want to sit down for 4 hours on a Sunday and watch one fucking movie? And then it's like, I'd rather watch Return of the King. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
but
for
and
sure.
then he got in on the same speech, but he made that Killers of the Flower Moon, and no, Martin,
yeah.
no,
Too
That was-
much, too long.
It was a too long, depressing piece of shit.
So let me ask you guys then, as far as
My analysis.
the long movie is concerned, like the epic 3 hours,
Yes.
2.5, let's say 2.5 hours plus, right?
Yeah, if you go over 2.5 hours, we'll call it an epic.
We'll call it an epic. What would be top 3 epics for you guys?
Endgame.
Endgame, for sure.
I mean,
Lord of the Rings.
If you're, this is what I'm asking. If you're taking Lord of the Rings out of the equation, sit on a shelf. Like that's cinema perfection.
Yes.
Let's pick something outside of that genre. You have to take Ed Game into it. You have to.
Yeah.
That's
Gladiator?
gotta be one. How long's Gladiator?
Gladiator's got to be
'Cause
2.5
if
hours,
it's-
man, right?
Braveheart.
That was mine. I'm going Braveheart.
If Gladiator's
The test
up there,
of time.
Gladiator.
Every man dies, not every man really lives.
What was the
Yes.
other one he did where he was an American patriot?
Patriot,
Was it the
Patriot,
Patriot?
the Patriot,
Yeah,
the Patriot.
that also
Another good one, but Braveheart's his
so much better.
standard.
2 hours and 35 minutes.
Gladiator.
Woo! Gladiator makes the mark.
Absolutely.
Gladiator's a masterpiece. to
Ridley
me.
Scott.
Yeah,
Ridley
Gladiator.
Scott with the soundtrack by Antoine Fuqua. Wink.
Ooh.
Sorry.
So all right, so we got Gladiator, we got Endgame, right? Let's make it a Mount Rushmore. We got 4.
Braveheart.
3. The last one to me, Saving Private Ryan.
Ooh.
God, you can't argue with that.
Yeah.
That's the
fucking
greatest
fantastic
American war movie of all time.
right?
The
Yeah,
greatest
I'm not,
American.
I'm not mad at that.
No,
We
I'm
meet,
not.
we meet all the requirements because fantasy.
Vin Diesel's in it.
Speaking of Vin Diesel, he's making another Riddick movie.
Yes.
He's coming back.
Fat Riddick.
The Fast and the Riddicks. Fat Riddick.
Fat Riddick.
Fast and the Fat.
It's just Riddick sitting on a couch like with Cheetos on his stomach, and he's like, "I can see in the dark. I see you moving over there. While you're up, can you get me the Fritos?"
It's 3 hours of hide and seek with
Yeah.
Riddick.
It's just Riddick checking his blood sugar for 3 hours.
On a yacht.
I mean, why not?
On a yacht.
I mean, whatever. He needs to make money.
Yeah. No, but I think
not?
those are
Yep.
4 solid fucking movies for the Mount Rushmore as
I
far
mean-
as like lengthy movies. Any runner-ups that you guys could think of?
I mean, if Alexis was here, he'd be like, Lawrence of Arabia. And yeah, it stands the test of time, but I mean,
Does it? Lawrence of Arabia.
it's a great story. I mean, remember that movie about the Civil War, Gettysburg? That was a big
Yes.
one back in the day.
Yeah,
Everybody had to watch that in school.
Yeah.
We got Avatar. The Avatars.
Visually stunning, yes, but
It was one of the highest grossing films of all time. All right, how about the Titanic? Titanic is
That's
another
another one.
epically long
I
movie.
have successfully never watched Titanic.
do you want to sum it up for you?
No, I'm good.
Boat go down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
and there's enough room for 2 on this floating device, and she's like,
Yeah.
not today, bitch.
Yeah, they should have took turns.
It never
could've taken
never
turns.
looked interesting to me, but I did see the Mythbusters where they proved like, yeah, no, they could have both fit on the door.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Fuck Rose. Fuck Rose. She killed Jack.
She was an asshole. She wanted to keep that diamond.
Yeah.
Rose is sitting at the poker table with fucking Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I know
They're
this
just
much.
shitty
There's another one. Forrest Gump.
Forrest
Oh,
Gump.
I thought you were about to say
that's-
they're making another Forrest
That's
Gump. I was
another.
like, no, they're not.
That's another epic movie, runner-up.
Yes.
style.
They're supposed to be making another Happy Gilmore, I do believe.
Yes.
I'm fine with that.
Yes.
I guess I like it.
But okay, you need to bring back Shooter McGavin.
Yeah,
You
obviously.
you need to bring
we
back.
got to pay respects to Chubbs Peterson.
Yes,
Pay
Shooters.
respects to Chubbs.
like
He tore that
Shooter's
alligator's
revenge.
eye out.
Yeah.
He bit my hand up and I ripped
think-
that bastard's eye out. He pokes Happy with his wooden hand. He's like, he cut me down in my prime. He's poking him with the hand. It's so good.
I think that's
God,
what-
that movie is
I
fucking
think what
good.
they'll probably do is like an homage. They'll probably have like a mantle with like
I
a
eat
wooden
pieces of shit
hand.
like you for breakfast.
Yeah, you eat pieces of shit for breakfast.
Even Kanye had to quote that. Kanye had to paraphrase that.
Oh,
That's legendary.
I tell you what, he was in his prime of movie making when he was doing the Happy Gilmores.
Yep.
And Billy Madison.
Billy Madison. Fuck.
Shampoo is better.
Yeah.
Conditioner is better. I make your hair silky and smooth.
51st Dates was good. 51st Dates
It was.
another-
He's had a-
another
Mr.
good one.
Deeds.
He had a
Mr.
long
Deeds.
string of really good movies.
I am
And it's
very,
hit or-
very sneaky.
Yeah,
very, very
very
sneaky.
sneaky,
Very,
sir.
very sneaky, sir.
I mean, what the hell is it? Little Nicky.
Yeah.
It's hit or
Nicky
miss for
was
a lot
good.
of people, but I mean,
What was the
they
one
shove a pineapple up Hitler's ass against the grain.
when he was a dad to the kid?
Oh, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy?
Yep.
Yeah,
Daddy.
that was a good one.
Mr. Deeds was sad as shit.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Deeds was fucking sad. That shit made me cry. His fucking dad is dying and he wants to go back and I'm like, oh my God,
That's so
Adam,
good.
you're supposed to be making
Yeah.
funny movies.
So good.
I'm like, why are you doing
he's-
this to me?
Okay, Adam Sandler's worst movie. Punch Drunk Love. Or Punch Drunk or Punch Love, whatever the fuck it was.
It could be Punch Drunk Love. And also he made that Halloween movie where he was like a safety patrol guy. That was
Yeah.
bad.
That was bad too.
But he made that movie recently, animated, where he was the emotional support lizard, and that was good as shit.
So, okay, all right.
That was good as shit. That was one of the best animated films I've seen in a long time.
Okay, all right. I mean, look, he made more.
Bill Burr was the turtle. I was like, this is perfect. this is fucking perfect.
He made more good than bad. He's
Absolutely.
only had like maybe one or two. Like
He's a comedic legend.
yes,
Adam Sandler's
because
a comedic
even
legend.
that other movie,
and he's Jewish.
where it wasn't a comedy, it was really and he's Jewish. It was really really good.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. I have not seen Uncut Gems, but everybody keeps talking about it. It's
Worth
good.
a watch. It's
Is
worth
it?
a watch. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
keeps saying it's really, really good.
I would
I
definitely.
hear it's
He's got a
good.
gambling
I never
problem.
seen it.
He's
either.
got a gambling problem, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a show, and I'm late to the scene for this one.
I heard the Spider movie sucks, though, where he's in space.
Oh, Madam
Adam
Web.
Sandler?
Madam-
Yeah, it looks like it's
Madam Web's
Madam
on
Web?
Madam Web's on Netflix, and I pretend it's not even there. I go right by it. No, thank you.
I did see that it popped up this weekend.
It was
I'm
number
good.
one in movies. I was
Good.
like, no, thank
It's
you.
number one in movies when
Because
there's
people are like,
nothing else to watch. So go
Yes.
fuck yourselves,
Yes.
okay?
Congratulations on your participation
Yeah,
trophy.
watch the roast.
You guys
you'll
planned
be
that.
better.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
better.
much better, much better.
Nah, man, fuck that shit.
But yeah, I heard that when he's in space with that spider and they're traveling, I
Yeah.
heard that movie's bad. So
Well, it looks
Yeah.
like it's a kind of a psychological thing, not a. It's not a comedy or anything like
like
that.
you need drugs to enjoy it.
I'm in. I mean, no. No.
Yes.
Stay away
Drink
from
sparkling
drugs.
water. Run like Ian in 90-degree weather.
No, don't,
Train
no,
jujitsu.
please don't. Like if you do run, don't run very far and hydrate before, please.
Yeah, I say fuck it. Go for like a spiritual walk.
Be on a busy enough
run
road that when
in
you pass out,
100-degree weather.
somebody will see you.
Well, I
bring
stay in
any
my
water.
neighborhood, but I don't know how well I trust my neighbors. They might let me fester on the sidewalk. Like, look at this idiot decomposing.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna take pictures over your body, like.
This guy with a ponytail died. This generation. Fucking rob me and take a picture with me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You'll have 30 people standing in the background, fully capable of helping you. I was watching Biggest Dick Move award went
Thank
to.
God you put move after that.
Yes.
Thank God.
It's like the National Geographic's cameraman, like the kid's getting swallowed by a snake.
Yeah.
And he's like taking pictures, like, help the guy, help the fucking kid, bro.
Dude, people post videos like some of the video footage I see, like I'm like, who? I lose faith in humanity.
Yeah. Put the camera down and go help.
There was a video of a fucking like guy that fell off this bridge and he's like drowning. And like there's a dude standing on the bridge like, filming him drown. I'm like, put your fucking phone down and save him.
Yes.
He's drowning in like 7 feet of water. Save it. You just have to jump in and get him a little
You just
bit
have
to
to
the left.
stand.
Yeah.
Stand.
But they're like, no, like and they're filming him die. I'm like, I hate this. I hate the world. I hate it. Like, in fact, I would before I save the guy, I would run by the guy with the phone and punch him in the face as hard as I could, and then I would dive into the water and save him.
Or Spartan kick him into the water too.
Yeah. Now your phone's ruined.
Yes.
The video is gone. Fuck you.
Yeah, and play that Phil Collins song in the back.
Yeah.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on.
Well done.
Thank you. Sorry. Every now and then we get one right.
Goddamn right. Woo. And we don't plan this shit. We don't plan this shit.
No, that was on the spot.
That's right.
It might have been the LSD he put in the water. Other than that, yeah.
Is there any other way to drink sparkling water?
Sparkling water? No, there's not.
LSD.
There's not. This is a pretty good podcast for. I mean, like tired and like.
I know. We
Went out on a
fucking,
Sunday.
we figured it out.
We did.
Um,
So trailers. We covered like emotional stuff. We covered movies. I think we touched on pop culture.
I didn't even shit on
Boxing?
any dead actors today.
You didn't.
I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna go out that way. I'm not gonna bring
I'm actually proud of you.
any one of them up.
I know right now that
Struggling.
The chick from Pretty Woman
Yes.
and Robin Williams and Val Kilmer, they're all really happy right now.
They can all rest in peace.
Yeah, they're all really happy right now.
All three of them.
I mean, 2 of them are alive, but
But I mean, if they fell off the
in the
map right now,
in the event that something happens,
nobody would care.
they're gonna rest.
Nobody would care. Not a single person. Not a single person. Pretty Woman would not even make a comeback. Like nobody would watch it.
We could end
at
on
all.
this note. We could end on this note. Like Robin Williams, obviously he was missed by blah childhood.
Yes.
But out of the two, what's her name? Oh my God, Pretty Woman, Richard Gere.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
No, not Jennifer Love Hewitt. Why can't I think of her? She had hairy armpits. Julia Roberts.
Julia Stiles.
Yeah,
Julia Roberts.
Julia
Yeah.
Stiles.
So Julia Roberts and Val Kilmer.
Yes.
If one of them dies today,
Yes.
here's the question for you two:
Yes.
which of them has missed more?
Oh,
Their entire body of work.
Kilmer.
easy. No,
Kilmer.
no. Oprah Winfrey.
Out of the two.
The two.
Out of the two. Thank you, Ed, for answering my question.
It would definitely be Val Kilmer.
I think I would.
I think he has a better body of work.
And I think he had
you're probably
a longer time of doing movies that people watched.
And he's been sick for a while, so it's kind of on people's minds.
Yeah, we're losing him
Yeah.
soon.
So-
I mean, when's the last time Julia Roberts did anything anyone cared about?
Right.
Never.
Well, I mean, the only thing she did that I would give, I mean, Pretty Woman, you can say sometimes is an enjoyable movie depending on what mood you're in, but Erin Brockovich is by far her best movie. Erin Brockovich is by far her best movie just because it was a true story and she played that town.
Yeah.
But Val Kilmer gave us Mad Mardigan. He gave us Iceman. He gave us The Island of Dr. Moreau. He gave us fucking Doc Holliday.
Doc Holliday.
So I think you're right.
Yeah.
Hands down, I'm going to miss Val more.
Val Kilmer.
If
for
they
sure.
both get,
He was in Heat.
yeah. Val Kilmer's good.
Fucking Heat was great.
Val Kilmer's a great fucking actor.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was good. He was good in the latest Top Gun. He didn't have to talk. You know, you just
He really coasted in that movie.
man, he conveyed enough. You know, he conveyed enough to Tom Cruise.
He really played a sick guy very well, though. I will give him that.
I
Like,
mean, the
it
dude's
was almost
fucking-
like he's sick in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick in the fucking head. Thank you for joining us at the Silver Kingdom podcast, where Ian made me do it.
I had no part in that. I simply wanted to know who we would miss more.
He gave me the only look like I can't.
And he
believe
ended on
you
Val Kilmer's sick in the
went
head.
there. Yes. I mean,
I mean, you're right. Maybe
legitimately,
maybe
sick in the head.
maybe it metastasized to his brain. Maybe. I mean, wow, Nelson. Yeah. Stay safe out there, guys. You know,
Good times.
I hope you're enjoying your weekend with your family, and you know,
And loved ones, and
I
not
hope-
watching any Julia
Yeah.
Roberts movies.
no Julia Roberts
ever.
movies. Put on a Val Kilmer movie or a Robin Williams movie. It'll warm me up.
Watched Good Will Hunting recently.
Yeah.
Holds up.
Yeah, it does.
The bar scene's a little cringy,
Yeah.
Yes.
but it holds up.
does.
Otherwise.
I got a number. How about them apples? Also, check out Furiosa coming out next weekend. Apparently, it's good.
Yeah.
We'll give a review next podcast.
For sure.
You guys want to see that together? We haven't seen a movie together in a long time.
You know what it is? There hasn't been a movie that's been